And then it shall be free.
What's up, everybody? It's Yonkir with Day 12 of the Metal Gear Solid 5 Countdown Retrospective. We are 3/5 of the way there, folks. There is no stopping this hype train. For today's retrospective, I would like to revisit the topic of David Hayter not being called back to reprise his iconic role, after Kojima officially confirmed that Snake was being recasted in his GDC 2013 presentation, and in the interview that followed with Jeff Keighley, David Hayter began being more open about the situation through social media. On April 1st, 2013, David posted the following long tweet that would summarize how everything went down from his perspective. Here is what the tweet said. So here's a recap of events. I have been up in Toronto for the past 8 months directing my first film, Wolves. On the December break, I came home to Los Angeles for the holidays. I heard then that recording sessions for MGS5 were being put together, but I didn't hear anything about whether I'd be needed or not, so I got in touch with someone involved in the production. We got together for lunch and he told me that they wouldn't be needing me on this game. No reason or explanation was given beyond that, and that was it. I drove home through Laurel Canyon, bummed and thinking about Snake. To be clear, I love being a part of the world of Metal Gear. I admire its technological innovations, the gameplay, the political message of it all. But primarily, I love the fans of these games. 2 grown men burst into tears upon meeting me at the Vancouver Fan Expo last year. Now that is a rare and excellent role. You know you're making an impact, and I love doing it. In 1998, I tried to come up with a voice which epitomized the kind of worn, put-upon, genetically engineered clone soldier that I saw Snake to be. Over time, as the games became more stunning and visually sophisticated, I tried to transition that initial voice into the increasingly real environments in which Snake found himself. My level of success is up to you, but any perceived deficiencies were not for lack of hard work. I have dedicated a huge amount of time and effort into creating a compelling character, capable of expressing the myriad emotional, physical, and psychological hurdles that Snake has to face. Anyway, now it's been 15 years, 9 games, and an enormous blast to undertake. If it were my choice, I would do this role forever. To hear anyone else's voice coming from Snake's battered throat makes me a little ill, to be honest. But the truth is, it's not my choice. Any and all casting decisions are the sole purview of Hideo Kojima and Konami itself. And that's fair, and I'll get by. I'm not lacking for employment on any level, but I didn't want anybody to think that I was intentionally abandoning them. And know that I will miss this job and this character very much. My best wishes to you all. David Hayter, April 1st, 2013. If David Hayter was trying to come off as being completely honest and truthful, I think April 1st was the worst possible date he could have posted this tweet. Looking at the date, people immediately began to assume that his recasting was also a ruse, especially when considering the lengths to which Kojima went through to pull off the whole Phantom Pain marketing campaign. The only way we'll know for sure whether he's in the game or not is by playing through the final game, but David would continue to deny allegations that his recasting was a ruse in the coming weeks and months, and he seemed pretty honest and bummed about it too. Check out this highlight reel from 2 interviews he discussed his recasting with.
That was, a great disappointment because, I feel very attached to this character. Obviously, I've been doing it for 15 years, and I feel very attached to the fans because every time I do an appearance, you get this outpouring of just thousands of people coming to you and, being so moved by your work. It's a very special thing.
Get us out of here!
So basically, I put out this statement because I didn't want anybody to think that it was my choice, that I had gotten tired of it or just wanted to move on. I wanted them to know that, I would do this forever, but, as I said, it's not my decision to make. It's up to Hideo Kojima as the creator of the game and Konami. I feel like they never really had the English voice cast in the forefront of their minds when they put out these games. I feel like the Japanese game is what is central to the people that make the decisions. So anyway, the fan response has been overwhelming and has shut down my Twitter, and I was trending, my name was trending at number 6 on Twitter at one point, which was bizarre. And so hopefully, you know, if the fans make their voices heard and I'm able to come back, I'll come back. And if not, well, I had a pretty amazing run at a pretty amazing character. So we'll just see how it wraps up.
As I live and breathe, David Hayter.
Hey, Greg.
How are you, good sir?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm all right. First off, what the f*** is going on?
Well,
They announced the new Metal Gear. They announced you're not going to be Snake.
they did do that. They did do that, yeah.
What the hell? What happened? What? Why? Like, I'm a big Metal Gear fan. What's going on?
Well, look, first of all, I don't know why. I was never given any reason. They just... I was working on a movie. I just directed my first movie, Wolves, up in Toronto. I was there for 9 months, and then when I came back at Christmas, I heard that they were getting ready to go into production on the game, and I hadn't heard anything from them, so I gave them a call to say, look, you know, my schedule, like I have certain holes in my schedule where I can do this, and so I got together with one of the people that work on the game, and they were like, no, we're not going to need you on this game, and I was like, well, then why did I pay for lunch? Anyway, yeah. So that's
what,
that's
were
pretty
you
much all they.
immediately numb? Like this is.
No, was I numb? I had heard a rumor prior to that from another insider. I mean, I'm very stealthy, as you know, and
Yeah.
I was looking into it. So yeah. I mean, I was bummed. I drove home and I was like, I mean. It's a strange thing for me because this isn't my primary job. My primary job is I'm a screenwriter and a filmmaker, and that's the main part of my career, though I'm a lot better known for this.
Sure.
It's just a job that I love and a character that I love, and you know, it was a bit of a bummer. It just wasn't a terribly respectful way to let me go if that's what they were doing.
Sure.
So. You know, but that's all I know, really. So then I told the fans, and the fan response has been really, you know, very, very heartening, and everybody's gotten behind me, and so that's great. And maybe they'll change their mind, or maybe they won't. And you know, in the end, I feel like, you know, I tweeted at least I had a good run, but you know, I genuinely feel that way. I think I got to do, I think it was 9 total games, counting the first game, which I recorded twice, and you know, they just made millions of people happy, and I've loved the game. So you know, if this was the end of it, if we had to end with Portable Ops or Peace Walker, then you know,
Game of the Generation, you might have heard on IGN.
It would be a shame to let it go,
Right.
but if that's the way it goes, well, I'm grateful for the job.
Now here's been the scuttlebutt on the internet recently. Is that, you know, how this whole thing started with the Phantom Pain and this, that, and the other, what's real, what's fake.
Sure.
This is real, right? This isn't you're not doing some kind of
Everybody says, oh, you know, Kojima and David are trolling, and it's like, well, I wish somebody would let me know, because A, I don't know what trolling is, and B, nobody's given me a script or anything, so yeah, I mean, it's real as far as I know. I mean, maybe they're going to come back and surprise me, but this doesn't seem to be going that way yet, so...
My prediction is they will.
Thank you. I hope so.
I think a lot of people here think the same way, that they're eventually going to realize, because this was the weird thing. Kojima comes out and says, "Well, we're doing this. We want to, you know, start over. We want a fresh Snake kind of thing." But then they announced that the Snake voice from Japan that's been doing the
Akio
Snake,
Otsuka.
exactly, he's coming back to be that, and you're the one being replaced.
Yeah.
And that didn't sit well with me. Stuck in my craw.
Struck. Yeah. Well, listen, both of us are cross-struck. Cross-stuck.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that annoys me as well.
Sure.
I mean, if it's the same character and the same Japanese voice actor, you know, I feel like, you know, I've earned a place at the table, anyways. Right. But like I say, it's not my decision to make.
As I've mentioned before, unless the plan is to call David Hayter at the very last minute to record a couple of lines for a young Solid Snake, I really do think David has been honest this whole time and he isn't part of some ruse. Other than that, what more can I say? It was unfortunate and a somewhat disrespectful way how he was let go, but life moves on, and I think Kiefer's been doing a great job so far. I will obviously have to wait until I play through the entirety of Phantom Pain to make a final judgment, but I'm very much looking forward to see what Kiefer can bring out of the character. And with that, I would like to end Day 12 of the Metal Gear Solid 5 Countdown Retrospective. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on David Hayter's departure from the role back then and now as we near September 1st. And to be further updated on the MGS5 Countdown Retrospective, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.